Hello everyone, welcome to A Curious Cuttlefish podcast, episode 7. Hello, it's me, Sarah. Welcome to my channel, A Curious Cuttlefish. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram as ACuriousCuttlefish. You can email me at ACuriousCuttlefish@gmail.com. And I'm also on Raverly as alittlecuttlefish. And so today, I believe my podcast will be short. We shall find out. But let's start with some finished objects. So, let's see. This past week, I did a shawl as well as a hat. That was in my yarn review. So let me grab those. So you probably saw these already, but this is what I was working on this week. There's the shawl, and then I don't know where the hat went because there's a lot of stuff over here. Not sure. There was a hat that went with this, a knit hat. So, not fully organized today, but it's okay. Other things I have been working on. I don't think I have that many finished objects. I have this shawl done, which I think I showed a couple weeks ago. But this is a pattern by Will Sparger. This is the half double shawl. And this was done with 2 balls of the Katarina yarn from Yarn Bee. Or more like, I believe this was 2.5 for this shawl. So, I highly recommend this pattern. I will have links in the description box beneath of the patterns that I am using. So, and those are my finished objects. Actually, I have another finished object, but I don't want to show the whole thing on my podcast today because I'm going to be featuring it in a yarn review later this week. But I can give you guys a sneak peek. So if you remember earlier, last week I had got an order of ice yarns in, and I had showed you guys my opening of it and the yarns that came inside of it, and one of them was Ice Yarns Cakes DK, and I thought that it looked a lot like Lion Brand's mandala. So here's a sneak peek at what I made with it. But so I actually have 4 shawls finished this week. There's this one, there's another one which I will open up and show in a later video this week. This is the one from Ice Yarns. I made the same shawl over here. I made the same shawl with a Lion Brand mandala, and I will be opening these up to show to you later this week. There's a tail. Hopefully these will be woven in by the time I make that video. But I wanted to do a comparison of these 2 yarns and tell you guys the similarities and any differences that I found in the mandala versus the ice yarn. Oh yeah, and then there's my square for the yarn review. So, plans for later this week. I did a lot of crocheting and I finished multiple shawls. So, I'm realizing I need to have other patterns that are not shawl patterns. Those are my completed items. I have a shawl in progress. I am pattern testing for a friend, and I cannot share that until she releases that pattern. But once she does, you will be sure to hear about it as I will talk about it. And then my works in progress. I did not get that far. Here's my mile a minute. I have not gotten that much farther on it. I am adding just another strip here, as you can see. I'm putting border on it and attaching it. So I just did all the centers for my element the same, and I have 3 different border colors, and I'm just going to alternate between those, and that's how I'm doing my mile a minute. But I need to put aside some time so I can finish this. I believe I have all my strips made now. It's really just sitting down to join everything. So there's the blanket I'm working on. I finished another blanket, but it was gifted to a friend for her bridal shower this past weekend, and I didn't take any pictures of it, so sorry about that. I was not really on top of things. So another blanket that I'm working on is this one. I am like hand knitting it. So because I was waiting to get more of this yarn, I just pulled the end through all the loops so that I wouldn't lose the top there. There it is. It's not huge yet, but it's just going to be like a lap blanket since it's super thick. It had all that yarn on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and so this was one of those really thick ones that they had on clearance, and so I just got whatever I can find of 2 different colors, and I'm just going to see how big it gets, since I am just laying this out on a table and then hand knitting it. So there's a started blanket. And this one's nice because it's not necessarily sitting on me while I'm working on it. As it's getting warmer, I'm able to, as I said, lay it out on a table and just work on it there and then roll it up as I go. So it's not too warm to work on, but it's not something I can take with me because this is very bulky. But hopefully this will be finished this week. That's the goal. Put that off to the side. And then this is going to be another week of various yarn reviews, guys. I'm working on another project for a yarn review. If you remember, I did a review on Lion Brand's Mandala Sparkle, and I made this a Bella shawl. And then in my package from Ice Yarns, I had got Ice Yarns Magic Glitz, which is this one. And so I thought I would make the same shawl. So I started the same shawl out of Magic Glitz. I just started, so I wanted to have that review up this week and then talk about the similarities and differences and compare the Mandala Sparkle to Magic Glitz, because I believe that they are very similar. They both have this sparkle in it, and I don't have similar colorways to each other like I did for the Mandala and the Cakes DK, but I'll be able to tell you what, in my opinion, is better of these two. So, another whip hopefully will be finished this week so I can get that video up. I have not had time to dye yarn, so I don't think there will be a yarn dyeing video this week. But it's in the plans. I've made myself busy, which is a good thing. There's just so many projects and it's hard to get to everything. So those are my whips. That's what I am working on, and yeah, guys, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a short video. I don't really have too much to talk about. I was enjoying making a lot of videos last week, and I really want to do a lot of reviews this week. I have been asked to do some tutorials, so I really want to spend some good time really figuring out the setup. Mr. Cuttlefish is home this week, so I might be able to get him to help me figure out where the best area would be for a setup for the camera and stuff like that, for me to do some tutorials for you guys on some of my patterns. So that is the plan. I want to sit down and sew some project bags and work on my Etsy this week. I'm not sure. I don't think there's going to be a ton of videos this week in comparison to last week, but for sure there will be the mandala and Ice Yarns DK review. There will be the Magic Glitz review, and I'm going to review a cotton yarn for Kathy. So thank you so much for requesting that video, Kathy. I will be releasing a review on a cotton yarn. The goal is once a week, but we'll see how much time I have to do that. So the yarn forecast for this week is yarn reviews. There will not be a yarny adventure this week. I have not had time to dye yarn, as I had said earlier, so I will have to be working on that for perhaps next week. This week is going to be mainly yarn reviews, and hopefully I can start working on those project bags to start getting my Etsy shop together, as I do want that to happen this month. I just need to sit down, buckle down, and do all the photography and listing everything and putting that all together. So that'll be fun. A lot of exciting things in the future, and yeah, didn't really have that much for you guys this week, but I so enjoy making these videos for you guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel, for seeing the content that I have to put up and out there. And thank you to each and every one of you who have contacted me about testing my patterns. I so appreciate you guys, and I appreciate having testers, because I have to say I made a mistake with one of the patterns, my most recent one that I worked on. It was actually this shawl right here. It's a C2C. And I forgot to put the yardage used to make this, and one of my testers brought that to my attention when she was working on the pattern. And I am so thankful for you, because when I am trying to do so many things at the same time and I am just typing, I completely will miss certain sections, and so thank you so much for catching that. This is why people who design patterns need testers before they release them, so that there won't be mistakes when they are actually released. So I really appreciate each and every one of you who is testing my patterns. It means so much to me, and I really need that second, third, fourth, fifth glance over my work, because I am scatterbrained and I can't always remember all the things that I am doing, as I tend to multitask. So thank you for testing my patterns. And for those of you who are waiting for these to be released, I like to give my testers a month or so to work on the project and then get their feedback back to me so that I can make the corrections on the pattern. And I believe I am going to be releasing these on both Ravelry and my Etsy shop. And I will be giving you guys a discount code for all of you who watch my channel. So it'll be much cheaper and more affordable for you guys. So yeah. Alrighty, so I believe that that is it. I'm just going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're new to my channel and you enjoy yarn and yarny things, please hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. I love to read and reply to each and every one of your comments, so comment down below, and I will see you guys later this week with some yarn reviews. Thanks so much, and I will see you soon. Bye.